Swarab Pandey Badia, आपका सवाल है और आप कह रहे हैं great to see the legend, Sunny sir, the legend. Love from Kolkata. My question is, what is the reason behind England and Pakistan's downfall in white ball? Is it mainly because of poor bowling performances, or is it because of new coaches' mindset in both the teams?
Well, I think in England's case, perhaps I think they have probably got a little carried away with the attacking approach at the start. So they're not getting the start. In any format of the game, T20, 50 overs, Test cricket, according to me, the platform has to be set. So platform is set by the opening batters. They get a good start. And the opening bowlers also. Opening bowlers also, that partnership of opening bowlers, they get early wickets. Then, they've set their team up, which is not what's happening for Pakistan as well as for England.
Okay. Here's another one. Vidit Jain is asking, if Sunny Bhai had to face one among the current bowlers, who would he want to avoid? If you were playing in today's modern day era of cricket, who is that one bowler that you'd not want to be facing? Vidit is asking.
I have a fair idea.
Who?
I know. Bumrah.
Bumrah would be a challenge. But no, I wouldn't say I wouldn't want to face him. Would be a challenge, sure.
Challenge. So
but then one guy that you'd say, "No, right, you take the strike."
Never.
सवाल तो तुसी सर से पूछ रहे हो।
ना वही मैं कह रहा हूँ. So I think you got your answer there.
और question I have is जिसके पास cricket की बड़ी knowledge है, archive है, उसने आपका वो लगाया जब आपने 10,000 run किए थे. You were the first ever in the history of the game who reached that milestone. How was that day? What was the feeling on that day?
Oh,
Ijaz Faki.
Absolutely, amazing feeling, fantastic feeling. To get 10,000 runs. Because when I started my career, I didn't even think that I would be able to, if I got 1,000 runs, I would have been very happy.
Really?
Yeah, it was, it wasn't that ambitious, as time goes on. But also, being the first, I said at the end of the day when the media came that, look, there'll be many who will go past. But like Tenzing and Edmund Hillary are remembered for being the first to climb Mount Everest. The first to get to 10,000 will be.
That is true.
Absolutely.
And now again, if I might add, because we are on a show where maybe I'll take a few minutes.
Sure, please.
I got the opportunity to do so only because of one Imran Khan.
Really?
Now, the year before, in England, after the first test was won, Imran and we went with a friend to bang opposite Harrods in London. There's an Italian restaurant. So we went for a lunch there. At which point, मैंने उनको बताया कि भाई, this is going to be my last. 86 की बात है.
86 की बात है.
एक साल पहले कि this is my last. I'm going to quit after this series. And he said, no, you can't do that. And I said, what do you mean I can't do that? It's my choice. So he said, no, Pakistan is coming to India, and I want to beat India with you playing in it. I don't want, don't want to beat India. If it won't be the same. So I said, no, Pakistan is not coming. He said, no, ICC meeting is happening. You will hear the announcement next week. I said, agar wo announcement hai, to then I will carry on.
Okay.
But if the announcement doesn't come, then I will finish. After the next test, I'll finish.
Wow.
Sure enough, announcement came through. And so I carried on. So if I had retired that time, I would have had 9,200, 9,300 runs. But because of that, before Pakistan came, you were part of that team. There were two other matches, two other series in India. So I got close to 10,000. So if Imran had not told me to carry on,
rather not thrown that challenge at you, then that's it.
But
that's a special story.
Sir,
I don't think I've ever heard that before. This is the first time ever.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Although
I've had many opportunities, but this conversation is relevant today as well. Very few get the opportunity to even think like that. I've had enough. What is it that a player, in today's day and age would feel that way, that I've had enough?
See, in my case, it was very simple. When we were playing test matches, I would look at the clock while fielding, and it said another 11 minutes to go for tea time. Or look towards the end of the day, or another 7 minutes of, fielding. And if one day cricket, I used to, be fielding, and I would say, 44 overs bowled, another 6 overs of fielding. So that was the time it struck me that I'm not enjoying being on the field. So if I'm not enjoying, quit.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
think
happened.
Thank you.
same thing happened to me. Last year, I got dropped from Pakistan team in 2003. Then I signed up with Hampshire. That was a silly mistake because I retired from Test cricket 2 years prior to that. And वो Hampshire में पहला मैच उन्होंने मुझे 3-4 day मैच खिलाया. I bowled 28 overs in a day at the tender age of 36 or 37. I couldn't move when I was walking back to the dressing room. And the next day I had to wake up half an hour earlier to go to the swimming pool. वो Hampshire Rose Bowl के साथ एक उनका है center जहाँ पे pool है to relax and get my muscles going. And after a month, it was actually I realized कि यार अब ground में जाने पे दिल नहीं कर रहा. सुबह उठ के जब brush करता था, शीशा देखता था और I felt like ground फिर जाना है. Then I realized कि time आ गया. It's tough.
It is
but
tough.
Yeah.
It's time to hang your boots.
सनी भाई भाई मैं आज कौन सी वो टीम के साथ सबसे मजा आता था वो 100 बनाने का और जिनके बॉलर ऑब्वियसली वो नोक झोंक चलती थी एंड दैट वो इमोशन की इनको आउट करना है बट आप ऑब्वियसली 100 बनाते थे व्हाट वाज द मोस्ट प्लीजिंग कौन सी टीम के साथ खिलाफ 100 बनाने का
I think West Indies because their attack was the most formidable, and then also Pakistan because Pakistan also was a very very balanced attack. New ball, with Imran, Sarfraz, Sikandar, and then also the spinners Abdul Qadir, Iqbal Qasim, Tausif. It was a very very balanced attack, and then of course Wasim came in as well. So and it was against Pakistan to get runs was special.
And how difficult it is to get runs in West Indies, the series you got 200 and 100 in the same test match without wearing a helmet.
अरे helmet, everybody makes it.
I know, आजकल तो यही बात है ना.
But why make a big deal about not wearing a helmet? If there is nothing inside to protect, why wear a helmet? लोग भी यार हाय ऐसे वैसे helmet नहीं है अंदर कुछ है नहीं तो helmet काहे को पहनो?
नहीं ये तो यार can you imagine?
That's the best answer I've ever heard on an
नहीं
helmet.
but सनी भाई बगैर हेलमेट के कितना बड़ा जिगरा है and that fast bowling West
वो भी
Indies
West
that
Indies
whole
की
era.
fast bowling. I mean, yeah.
वैसे क्यों नहीं पहनते सनी भाई? Did you?
नहीं, इन्होंने शुरू
find it
किया था.
obstructing?
See, नहीं कुछ नहीं. Since there were no helmets for the first 7-8 years that I started playing.
Right.
So there was no such thing. हमारे पास when we started we didn't have thigh pad.
नहीं करे यार.
Thigh pad नहीं था तो thigh pad होटल के जो face towels होते थे we would put that in our pocket here and that was our thigh pad to start with.
Oh, really?
My
So
goodness.
Which year was that roughly?
70.
70.
Wow.
So 70, 71. So there was, once you don't have that equipment, you don't even think about wanting it.
Yeah.
So similarly with the helmet, we didn't even think about, wanting to wear a helmet.
उस्मान सिकंदर का सवाल है सर आपसे. If you have to pick one from Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, then who would you pick and why? Today they're all coming for you.
So these are all, see, I will never compare eras.
Same.
Because, playing conditions are different. The pitches are different, the opposition is different. So it's therefore very difficult to, compare people. But that is only a weakness, if I might call a weakness, amongst the subcontinent, our
Right.
comparisons. We will always compare, players. Have you ever seen anybody asking, is Ricky Ponting a better player than Greg Chappell?
Yeah.
Was Greg Chappell a better player than, Bradman? Or like that? Nobody. They just accept the current players as they are. There's no comparison.
Right.
Only happens in the subcontinent. We are all the time comparing.
All right. So
हम अपनों को तो करते ही करते हैं हम उनको भी कर रहे होते हैं